Oops. I have not turned the music on. I am a bad boy. Where are you? Help? There you are. There we go. Hello. We are live. We are alive. We are... What the hell? Tickle lasers. The most terrifying kind of laser. How is it I sit down, start live streaming, and I'm already too warm? It's cold today, but it's too warm. It's simply too warm. Too warm, I say. Please take this weather back to the kitchen and do it again properly. Okay then, where are we with there? Okay, we're not even a minute into the stream, and we must strip. Strip. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hello, Marcel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We are streaming. It's very nice. Alright, okay, right. I remember now. So many things I must do. Did I spam in the correct places? Ooh, oh wow, there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff happening on the From the Depths content scene, and I need to go friggin' do that. I need to remember to go do that. Okay, what do I do? What was I doing? Alright, so spam the universe, Plutono Hub. That is important. Plutono Hub, Plutono Hub, Plutono Hub. And hello, Lost Daughter. Welcome, welcome. Okay, now we're going to hop over to the spreadsheet. Make sure that I have all the spreadsheet. Is this thing flying backwards? Ah, by gum it is. Wait, I think that... What was that? What is that Scarlet Dawn thing that just throws the big missile? Tiny things. Tiny thing throw big missile. Honestly, having the Bulwark fight the entire Scarlet Dawn the other day was a nice little showcase of like, alright, like, beware the tiny things that just throw missiles. They're actually kind of scary. I was so scared. I pooped in all of my pants. I was so scared. Okay, then... Right, we also want Google Docs, because that's important. Aha! There we go. What else did we want? It feels like a long time since I've live streamed, but I know it isn't that long. It's like just over a week. Hello, driver! Oh no. All depend. Yep, tiny things that throw missiles. Solar Air Force in a nutshell. Yep, you're not wrong. Because when you have played... Okay, that leptin. Ooh boy. Hello, Orange. Welcome, welcome. It's been forever. It's been an entire week. I missed you too. Anyway, how do I do this again? Alright, I remember. Alright, so first things first, check the workshop. Make sure that wasn't the correct thing. Nope, this was the correct... Oh, no! No. Okay. Alright, we can do... Alright, fine. This is what the workshop just automatically loaded to the beta, so we're going to try it and see if it's working. Okay, so we're just gonna... It goes gray. And most recent... Okay then, this appears to be working. Behold, workshop. And just... It's okay, there's violence happening in the background. And by violence, I mean just things doing their thing. It is faster, I do like that. Wait, not... Oh, it's still doing that bloody thing. Hello? Okay. It's still doing that. Defaulting to most relevant. It's not keeping the thing. That's very annoying. Well then. Most recent. Okay. Except... Now it is? What? Rude! Rude, I say! Ooh, hello! Fibrillator 2 Evil Edition. I wonder if this is a... Ooh. Complete rebuild of the defibrillator. Defibrillator 2 Evil Edition. Alright, well, we gotta look at that. We just gotta look at that. And this keeps resetting, and that is a pain in the patootie. There's some kind of violence happening in the background. But that's okay. Anyway, alright, so now we got to look at the thing. It has been one day longer than usual since last stream. Yep, hope the job training and such is going well. It went very well. So, oh yeah, so the job hunt is... It's not over, because the job I managed to find is, it's not a full-time one. It is a choose-your-own-hours kind of one. But yeah, like, I found one. Hooray! And it involves sitting at home and talking over the internet, which is something that I have to say I'm pretty experienced in. Hey, I saw my battleship on there. Yay! Man, I need to finish some of my crafts so they may appear. Yep! Yep. On the workshop. Yay! Okay. Nice. Okay. What was I doing? Alright, so we need to look at the defibrillator 2. What is the old defibrillator like? So, let's go up here. I think we've done that. Need to... Okay, let's look at defibrillator. The new defibrillator. I don't think... It says it needs a lot more testing. Semi-brain bread moving gets brain damage sometimes. Pretty rare, though. And the air command has a bad habit of exploding. No clue why it happens. It's surrounded at all times by heavy armor, so I don't know why it keeps on imploding. Also, as aforementioned, has a habit of hitting sick tricks on battleships. It usually results in its death. Deco work is kind of mid, and the missiles need deco, but I'm too lazy to do that. On the topic of missiles, its missiles use prediction guidance because I'm stupid to tune APN properly. Probably needs fixing. Okay, so we're not going to, like, accept this for now, because by the signs of it, Tiger Han is going to be working on it a little bit more. But it is worth looking at it because, you know, I'm curious. I want to see where it goes. I want to see how it do. Also, if you tell me that it does, like, sweet tricks on battleships... you have piqued my interest. Congratulations. Okay, then, and we're gonna go to content. We're gonna be oh so content in our content. There we go. Curious where the alphabet changes end up. Yeah, the old fib is fast APS. This is true. Oh yeah, so they're cooking an alpha test. I'm not gonna be covering that. At least not. I'm gonna wait until all those changes in alpha test go to stable before I make a video on it. Gmonism actually has done like an alpha test thing already. I'm going to hold off on the alpha test thing because things just change fairly quickly, and I can't keep up. So we're gonna hold off, wait for the stable edition. And what was I doing? Right, let's have a look at. Let's spawn on the old defibrillator first, just to be sure. Okay, my team. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, go Carve, updated, and we're gonna do, what is it? It's a hovercraft. There we go. So this is the old defibrillator. We saw it before. This is, we've actually reviewed this thing. Yeah. Right, let's go Carve Dominion. So this is the old defibrillator, which is a hash spamming menace, and I've got like a bunch of notes on. Let's go have a look at the notes that I have on the defibrillator. Okay, over here, hovercraft, defibrillator. Okay, so there is a note here that is being rebuilt, right? Faster shells, better point defense, extra propulsion in case rear azerjet gets damaged, needs range limits on local weapon controls, and needs faction color traces. I'm assuming all of that is kind of can go out the window a little bit because it's going to get rebuilt entirely. So let's look at the new one. Evil Edition. Ah, this one is a lot cheaper. It's also laggy. Ooh. This looks like the Marauder. Oh my goodness. What the hell is this? Okay, that was rude. Okay, this is sub-object hell, I can already tell. Oh lordy. What the... Oh, I love this thing. Oh no. I can already tell this thing's gonna need to be toned down a little bit because... Mother of pearl, what is this? Uh-oh. Oh, lordy. That's a lot of rubber. It is a lot. Alright, it's already wanting to kill its old self, so... You know what this reminds me of? I look at that silhouette, and I thought, oh, it's the Marauder. Old fibrillator, very durable, does not have the names match. Defibrillator, just fibrillator, yeah, true. Marauder later, little harder for legs. Oh, they're making love. Oh no, the white flares would blush. I'd say this is sacrilegious what's happening now. This is... Alright, so it does definitely need some deco work, but this is unique and interesting. Okay, that right there we can probably do away with. I'm not sure how. Yeah. Alright, so immediately I can see that there is definitely... We can de-sub-object this a little bit. It has a lot. These, like, these chin thing, these, I guess chin grinders right there, because they're on the chin. Those can probably be removed, because yeah, probably excessive. I do love this. In case anyone's wondering, yeah, this is, like, what's it? I think technically this jet has clearance. Let's see here. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, that's not, yeah, it's not internal propulsion. Oh, lordy, yeah, no. There's a lot of sub-objects on here, so, I'm gonna type, just, initial review. Very... nice. Some preemptive feedback. Lots of sub-objects. Try and cut down a little bit. Angled missiles and chin... and chin... I just like the phrase chin grinders. We are the chin grinders and we are here to play. And this guy opening a can with his chin. And no, I don't know how you would do that. Might be a bit much. Okay, then also, does anyone else get the keyboard habit of, like, from typing on Discord, of going Shift-Enter if you want to go on a new line? Because I found myself doing that, like, in every time I'm typing now. Okay, then. So, looking at the internals, there's lots of bits and pieces. And it's very much Duct-Mageddon in here. Lots and lots of... Oh... Okay, then? Oh yeah, this is definitely a melee thing. Alright, we have got to fling this against its old bad self, because that'll be really funny. Let's go to the amphibious testing station and see how well this thing does on land. Alright, so trees are turned off at the moment. Let's see here. Let's spawn in our new one over here. We're gonna go our team just to see damage numbers. Oh boy, this thing is gonna be interesting over land, isn't it? I love the look of this thing. It really does, like... I don't know if that's intentional, but yeah, it's like... It's got a Marauder silhouette for... I mean, apart from the pointy things out front, but you know what? We all know the Marauder kind of wants it. Kind of wants, you know, to be more pointy. I would want to be more pointy if I was a Marauder. I'm not insecure about my pointiness. Shut up. Hovercraft and Fibrillator. And we're gonna put you on Stonelight Presence, because why not? Alright, remove chin grinder, also called shaving the beard. True! Remember to remove your chin grinder, so that when you cuddle, you don't scratch people. That can actually be kind of dangerous, like, because, like, especially if you don't wash your facial hair, you can actually give someone a nasty skin infection. Oh lordy. Oh. Have some diff C with mother of pearl. Alright, how laggy is this? Alright, so yeah, this is why I'm saying we might want to de-sub-objectify this a smidge. Because, yeah, we're below 20 frames a second. And this thing is losing blocks very, very quickly. Just because of, uh-oh. It is flying. She flies. Into the light she flies. Alright, so against the old one, it's a bit of a disadvantage because that thing is actually kind of fast. Did manage to singe it a little bit. Also, I do like the idea of something that has like strafe and reverse being a ramming thing. Pew 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 pew. This is definitely the fight of all time. Oh my goodness, look at that, just diff rod being all diffy. Also, I believe this thing uses a lot of breadboard. Oh, does this have piston rams? Hold on, let's check the Steam Workshop. Semi-bread movement gets brain damage sometimes, yep. Alright, so it's consistently... what is it doing? Oh, yes, yes, oh, yes. Well then. Whee! I mean, it rams its target, that's for sure. So what difficulty was the defibrillator? The defibrillator was a godly, so... how well does can this thing do anything against stuff that flies? Is the question. Pointy borderwise is not real. Pointy borderwise can't hurt you. Pointy borderwise. Oh, nice one, Master Urban Mech. Remove chin grinder, soup beep. Oh, hey, Amoeboid. Soup indeed. What am I even looking at? You're looking at the new Glacave fibrillator, which is getting a complete rebuild into a ramming thing, I guess? Big melee stuff is also good to lag spike when it hits something as it tries to apply 8 zillion impact damage. Yep. I believe you mean 8E256 impact damage. Are you showing off your math skills? How dare you? But nothing you can do about that. Yep, and yep, it is doing a boop. And we are... yep, below 5 frames a second. I would like to say... that I don't know what it's like to have so little frames, but unfortunately, this is my FTD life, because I keep pushing this game to its absolute limits. Well then, I'm just gonna sit here and sip coffee for a while, you know? How are you folks doing? Damn, that's deeper than me and Left-Wing Dragon. Yeah, don't be naughty. I mean, you can be naughty within reason. Frame rate killer, I'd say. Yeah. That's the problem with, like, melee vehicles. And especially large ones with lots of sub-objectives. Like, thing is laggy as hell. Whoopsie daisy. What else? Preemptive feedback. So, Is this the... I think this thing has managed to set itself on fire. Oh, it's also getting hashed like at point-blank range, which is not great. I mean, it's reasonably evenly matched with its own self. What is going on over here? Oh yeah, no, hash ain't gonna do much there. App. Love the shape. Did you mean for it to evoke the Marauder? Because it does. Alright, so... yeah, this thing needs some work. This needs some work. Whistle while you work. Okay, there has to be some work to do with melee. I also like the old one better. I do kind of like the old one. Like, I don't know, because the problem with melee vehicles is that it's the ever-present problem of if they are faster and or more maneuverable than the enemy, then they win, and if they are not, they lose. And for a godly craft, you really can't make them too specialized, because then they're not challenging. Like, players will immediately figure out their one weakness, and then it's not a challenge at all. So this is in the godly slot. I would actually recommend I like the concept of the old one. Like, I really do. I like this turtley fella. The guns just need tweaking. And also like the shape, yeah. Because this thing actually, I think this thing actually managed to take on the Seismotron and win. Because that hash spam actually is really good against anything that likes to, is really good against anything that spams heavy armor too much. And I like that. Killer, now bomber, what weapons does it have beside the rams, and how much does the new one cost? Good question. Alright, so this thing is now stuck. Yeah, so it's stuck and driving away. So yeah, definitely, it's not fully cooked yet. And repair all, and that's going to lag a lot. Actually, with the stuff out there in the front, you could turn this into a front side. Oh man, there's a lot of suboptions in there. Alright, so weapons are flamethrowers, lasers, APS, and missile. A lot of that APS, I think, is... what the hell is this? It's interesting, it's got little... it's essentially got ears on it. This is a bloody... it's interesting, and I like that. I like interesting things. It's not trying to do just same old, it's doing interesting things, and... yeah, it's not deco, but, like, you know, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, I'd say. It's even got a spinny thing back here, which can probably be converted to deco. I'm cold again! Man! Man, woman, gender fluid, people, homo sapiens, humans. Actors with them on? With them or... wait, what? What to do with melee? Flame Werfers, missiles, and a 1Q laser. Damn, those winches have some reach. Cat ears. Actually, now that you mention it, yeah, it does kind of have cat ears, doesn't it? I am gonna leave a note. Is of large melee vehicle is very cool, but also laggy and vulnerable to aircraft. Maybe updating the original would be better. I hate to say that. I really hate to say that about this, because this is cool as balls. But is it godly enough? We could also just have the ramming one and like demote it to like a lower difficulty, because as a hard this would work just fine, because like, alright, it's specialized and can do some fly swatting because it has a laser on it, but just yeah. Which is a problem for a godly. Could drop in. Maybe we could switch to broadside when opponent is too fast. That is a good play. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. I'm gonna say that. Vehicle. I know how to spell vehicle. Alternatively, could switch to broadside, front side behavior if target is too fast. Is too fast. High altitude. Okay. Alright, so I want to test this thing against one of Glacave's flying doom bricks, because goodness knows they have a lot of them. Alright, so we're gonna go over here. Whoops, and we're gonna spawn in our friend here. Actually, we're gonna spawn in this fella right here, so we can see damage numbers. And a roughly 1.8 million thingy-me-mobile, what's it? Alright. So we're over here. And we're going to load in... I do want to get the updated versions, assuming I have them. Right, what's 1.8? What is a 1.8 million smacker thing? People do tend to jump straight to the... We could throw it against the HQ. That would be fun. What is it? This, the load menu actually I think needs more sorting stuff. Because I think that would be very handy. What is the Quasar again? Oh, that's the Quasar. Close enough. I'm gonna put it on Swole Republic colors. Okay, let's check over here. The Quasar. Where's the Quasar? Where's the Quasar? Quasar. Oh, the Quasar is a godly, and it already has a note here that says needs TLC. And, like, that's vague as hell. Alright, so let's see how our friend here does. Lord in heaven, I forgot about that. I forgot about that particle cannon. I just remember that this thing has a crap ton of harpoon missiles. What size are these? These are... They are long. Those are large. Actually, this thing might do just fine against thrustercraft, because if it drags them down, it should work great. Oh, it is actually going to manage that. All right, never mind. Like, for some reason, I forgot about the harpoons. Right, Fibrillator is getting pounded, but you know what? That's okay. All right. It's gonna flamethrow this thing. It's actually gonna manage that. Let's take it off. It's flamethrowing. Alright, nope, I eat my words. I eat my words. Hey, Duker! And hello, Elioval as well. Very under-armored. Quasar has some real issues. Okay, fair enough. We'll test it against something else. What is Border Wisdom? Never underestimate charging directly at your enemy with a burning sword or flamethrower. And, like, taking battle to them most righteously, as the new Fibrillator's demonstrate. Right, okay, I'm gonna delete my notes on that, because for some reason, I forgot about the harpoons. Alright, just going to do this. From chat. Doo-doo-doo. Okay then. It's got lasers on it, so it's not that vulnerable to aircraft, honestly. It does actually kind of function as a flamethrowing broadsider. Wow, it actually managed to drop this to the ground. Neat. Well, we need to throw this against the Seismotron, on obviously. It has managed to set itself on fire. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait, I just saw those little, the flamethrowers have little shields on them. That drop, by the looks of it. That's cool. Alright then. Now that's really cool. That's really cool. Whee! Alright, very under-armored, yeah. Alright, I'm warming up to this thing great. Alright, so. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy. Oh, boy. This thing really does fight as like, this is huge, expensive asset combat. We're going to charge it at the enemy and get it destroyed. For the glory of the Dominion. I guess that means it's like, it's lore accurate, I suppose. Well then! Very nice. Alright, so let's throw this thing against the Seismotron. And I'm just gonna spawn in the Seismotron that's in the spawn menu right now, because I am a lazy, lazy boy. I am the laziest of... Or I could... do it here. Just gonna do that. And spawn you in on Haugen Confederation, because why not? Okay then. Whee! Actually, I think the Seismotron is also supposed to have some work done on it. I don't remember what. Okay then, Fibrillator Evil I love how it's called the Evil Edition. That's so funny. What's the pulling power on the harpoons? I think it's a lot because it just. Hold on a second. Let's just quickly look. Okay then, so let's just hop over here. Have a look-see. Missile winch. Oh, yep, it's max power. Max power. Cool dude. Tell me I didn't spawn this thing on the ground. Okay, I didn't. Alright. Let's see how fast you backpedal. Alright, that's a note ahead of time for the Seismotron. Is that it does not have, what do we call it? Needs fleet color lasers. Alright, this is the upgraded Seismotron. Okay then, why did that explode? Alright, so the Fibrillator is actually closing in. It is closing the Seismotron. Alright, we need... What's the fastest frontsider in Platono at the moment? Does anybody know? It's probably a Gokave thing. I like how new Fib looks nothing like... I mean, yeah, complete rebuild. It happens. Alright. Yeah, the Seismotron has like a really strong lambs. Thunderclap, ICBM. Alright, and we've managed to close in. Seismotron's also not the most maneuverable thing. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, what the hell? Whoa! I forgot those barrels were that long. That looks really weird. God damn, what is happening? Yep, nope, this thing can definitely, hold its own against a big nasty front. Flamethrowers, people. Wow, it actually, it's done it. It's brought down the Seismotron by the looks of it. I think, yeah, I think maybe some critical lift jets were taken out just then. Damn. Not front-sided, but funny resistor. New Fib should be a different craft. That's actually also a good suggestion. I don't want to open up more spots for Gokave because, you know, they have enough craft, they really do. Hmm. Might do a poll on that. Wasn't there another poll I was supposed to do that I completely forgot about? Comical on barrels. So why did it back off? Good question. It's probably to do with the custom breadboard behavior. Or it's the breadboard got shot. So let's have a look at... Oh, it's AI dead. Okay, it's AI dead, and so the breadboard is just running on autopilot, so there is that. Okay, so, that's really cool. It really is. Yeah. Alright, so, I think I'm starting to like this thing a lot now. Yeah, I like it as well. And to altitude. Could it be some... No. We need to put our foot down. We don't have room for more vehicles. I'm gonna leave it up to Tiger Han to like decide whether they want to persist with this one, or or just upgrade the old one. But I'm getting the sense they want to go with this one. I love the thing. Looking forward to seeing it more. Alright then, so we've looked at the new fibrillator. So that's really cool. I like this better than the Equilibrium, which is the other large Glacave rammer. What about the Combine? Actually, hold on, let's have a... Because we're being silly, I guess, let's have a mirror match between this and the Equilibrium. I forgot about that Equilibrium, actually, so let's go here. Actually, we should, we should spawn this in on an enemy team so it despawns properly. So we're gonna go, no particular reason, Howl Confederation colors. I'm pretty unsatisfied with the ability of any of the rammers to actually ram things. Ramming is hard. I mean, like, it's one of those things, it's like way harder than it should be. Okay, so then Glacave updated. What is the Equilibrium? How big is the Equilibrium? Alright, okay, now I'm starting to remember this. Halfway has two... Oh, that is another thing. Wait, the Equilibrium's not a ramming thing, it's a cram thing. What you say? Equilibrium is on 1.5. You just need to be... Well, you need to be maneuverable, not just fast to ram. True. Glacave has a lot of melee crop. Yeah, they are the wacky ones. Oh yeah, and the Equilibrium is very glass cannon-y. Alright, so both of these things are glass cannon crazy things. Uh-oh. Oh, this isn't gonna go well for the Equilibrium. Yeah. Ooh. Well, the good news is successful ram has happened. The bad news is... Well, the bad news is the frame rate's gonna happen. Okay, so Equilibrium is not gonna do great here. What the hell just happened? I think the crams can't fire, so that's, this is the mosh pit of doom. This looks like a Land Raider rammed a Marauder. Yes, I'm mixing universes there. Which bet against equal cost engravers, I'm sure that would go over well. No! No! I assure you it has rams and tries to use them. Okay, gotcha. Are those cram cannons ever going to fire again? I don't think so. Yeah, this is the problem with large rammers. They are laggy as balls. I think maybe, maybe this thing should be converted to just a, like, not a rammer, but just like a very close range broadsider, because that's what it kind of does anyway. So... bonus suggestion. Less of ramming a vehicle and more of a dedicated flame thrower harpoon. Since that's what it tends to do. Oh, AI dead. Oh yeah, this thing does get AI deaded a little bit too easily. Okay. Could make this and more of a to do anyway. Does tend to get AI killed easily. Might want some redundancy there. Very nice. Very nice. And that is going to take approximately 1,000,000 billion years to despawn. Alright, we can move on now. Let's, yeah, could lean more into the flamethrowers. That's one of the things that annoys me when dealing with melee guns. We'll just keep aiming at an aim point that can't hit. Yep. How many AIs does it have? Good question. Let's find out together. I think it might just have one. It should have two. At least two. Main and lasers. Hello, Azusa. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay, it only has two. They barred the gates. Illegalized nuclear bombs. Oh, boy. That's funny. Also, this thing looks kind of dope in swole colors. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. And I do like the, I do like those Azijets that just are like... I don't know. That is a way of doing craft that I haven't done myself that much, but like... I think is pretty cool. Is that clipping? Does that count as clipping? Anyway, cue that seal spinning in the water music. How does it go again? I don't remember. Anyway, let's start actually looking at our mighty spreadsheet, shall we? So the next thing... did I get all the updated helicopters? Let's just check for a second. I can actually check right here in game. Should be able to. Updated helicopters. It looks like I did. It looks like I did. I will just check in the folders as well, just in case. Date modified the 17th, which was about a week ago. Yes, okay, cool. So these are... I did update them last week. I doubt they've been updated since then. I hope not. Should rename Plutono to Nuketono. Yep. And, yeah. That is unfortunately, like, nukes are too good. Just you wait. Before this campaign's over, the devs are gonna do something that nerfs nukes to hell, or remove them from the game or something, and then all nuke craft are gonna have to be rethought. I'm looking forward to that. The Ductono. You know, actually, what might be a good idea, because we have so many damn vehicles, is some kind of, I guess, database of sorts. Doesn't need to be fancy, it just... And each vehicle has, like, tags on it, so things like nuke spawner, squad, carrier, or, like, ship, like, thruster craft, something like that, so that if an update comes along, you can just quickly go into the database, type something, and, like, you get a list of things that are going to need to be retrofitted immediately, without having to remember every single one. No one is obligated to do that, that's just a thought. Because some poor bastard is going to need to go through and put tags on every entry. So it's like, somebody called Tactical Spaghetti. Tactical Spaghetti is doing quite enough already, thank you. They are not obligated to anything like that. What the hell were we doing? We were doing... Hold on. Let's get to bookmark. There we go. Okay, then. Just need to go here... Today is the 24th. And it's gonna be Agave. Hilly. Got this continued. Look at me typing things ahead of time. Alright, what was next? What was next? What were we doing? What were we doing today? Bone saw, that was the next thing. Alright, so the bone saw is gonna be like this. We're testing overlay. Alright, this thing's damn pretty. Alright, who made this? Inky Boy made this. It is armed with mostly missiles, some APS, and a particle cannon. How is this thing supposed to land? It just occurred to me. Oh, maybe it isn't. Maybe it hangs. Wait, what is this? That's me? Otherwise, that's you? It's me? Headstrong to... What is this? Hold on, let's enjoy some television together. Is that clipping? Does that count as clipping? Oh! Drake Fire, you cheeky person. You cheeky... naughty, naughty. I get it now. That's something you'd probably want to crowdsource for the actual information. Yeah, to some extent. You get to do that. You get to make the database with tags. Indeed, a clip. Yep. Ba-doom-tsh. Alright. Alright, so let's see here. Wait, is the game even paused? Okay, it's not paused anymore. Alright, so let's check for sub-object shenanigans. It has... what is it? It has little auto guns on it. Yep, it's got the 60mm autocannons. The bone saw itself is a medium design. And what else? So it's got various things. What the? Alright, so it's one of them tilt rotor things that is oh so groovy and we love it. Groovy, baby. I've never seen the Austin Powers movies, and I should. I am led to believe that they are good. Alright, so this is quite a sub-object heavy craft for being so small. So if you get a whole bunch of them spawned in, they are going to... there is going to be shenanigans. So there is that. That's set correctly. How much is there clipping? Is there Clippy? Is there Microsoft Clippy here? Ah, yes. So there could be some optimization hither and thither. Oh, wait. Is this the thing? Did we... We didn't test this thing already, did we? Isn't this the thing that, like, it's, there's another Glacave craft in which, like, it can't actually maintain enough electricity generation to keep up with the particle cannon. So it gets, like, 1 or 2 shots and that's it. Okay, fire weapons. Alright, I do like that carry-on. Also, always good to have your murder machine be portable. Yep. Either lands in a cradle that holds it, or otherwise docks or something. Okay, that makes sense. Do like the bone saw. It spawns in the main menu. I have an unhealthy addiction of clipping poop together using sub-objects. Well, it's not medically concerning, so I'm not going to worry about it. That's the heli from last time. Wait, did we already test this? Did we test it and we just didn't make notes on it? Nope. Nope. No, okay. Got it. Alright, well, let's combat test this thing, shall we? Let us throw it against itself. Or at least against its old self and see how it does. So, bone saw, and click on it minion. And we can probably do alphabetical because... there it is. Which one is what? Alright, take your bets. Right. Do you think the bone saw is gonna win, or the bone saw? Ooh, my money is on the bone saw. Oh, this looks so cool. Oh, those look so cool. Oh, I don't want to de-sub-objectify this because it looks so cool. Okay, one of these things is just going to EMP themselves out of the sky. The heli from last time has not enough energy production for the back of me. So you're talking about the acculator? Alright, that's true actually, I think. And AI dead. Alright, so good news everyone, the Bonesaw won. Bad news everyone, the Bonesaw lost. Okay, jolly good, jolly good. I want to spawn a swarm of these things and see if that sub-objectiveness is going to be a problem. So, let's spawn in... Might have to go to custom battle for this. So let's do that. Single player, custom battle. And load standard Platono fight setup. And we're going to go here. I'm going to have 10 of these things. Maybe just 5 or something. Bonesaw. Num num num. Okay then. 5, and we'll have 9 of them. Alright, so that's about, what is it? 672k, so let's find a Glakave thing that is roughly that. 670, Thrustercraft, 670, what? Is there anything that the CAD, that works. Altitude 200, apply to all. The CAD can be Stonelight Presence colors, and these things can be Howard Confederation colors, because I'm not biased, and I'm not obsessed with grey color schemes. No, I bet on the Bonesaw. You fool! You should have bet on the Bonesaw. Saw some steam turbines though. Yep. No, but the acculator does that where it can't power the pack continually. Okay, gotcha. I got confused. To be fair, the AI doesn't spawn a ton of craft. Yeah, this is true. This is more a note of caution than anything else. 6 Bonesaws versus the Anchor Bolt, or 9 rather. 10 craft seems to be like the total amount of craft the AI usually spawns. Very true. How's our frames? It's over 30. It's not that bad. Oh, it's dropping though. Oh, it's dropping. Oh, the frames, they are dropping. Did we haven't gotten to the CAD yet, in this kind of reviewed type thing. So I haven't talked about the emotional support mortar. Or have I? Hold on, let's go check the CAD. Okay, nope, we are in degraded mode. I hate to say it, but this thing might actually need some de-sub-objectifying because, oh no, this looks so cool in a grey color scheme. No! No! Oh, I'm a fool. Okay. Oh, man. Well, let's play it safe. As awesome as it is a little bit much. What the hell did I just look at? Ooh. Forgot how many notes I made on the left. Alright, so... Needs how do you spell sub-objects? Sub-objectifying. Needs to use sub-objectifying. Yes, it breaks my heart. 2. We'll add it to them. Lots of spin blocks for its size. Doesn't have to be by much, because like the tilt rotor thing is still really cool. But man oh man, yeah, no, it'll add up. It will add up a lot, because you shouldn't be getting this much lag in a fight this large, I don't think. This is, as far as From the Depths goes, this is like, you know, this is not that big. So yeah, no. I'm so sad. The CAD is later. Yep, we're not at Thrustercraft yet. I think this is the old CAD. Yep, by the looks of it. Yeah, we haven't updated the thing yet. Oh, the CAD actually got, that one turret got EMP'd. That's a shame. So is that unpainted? I think that is. I mean, to be honest, a lot of the lag could be that there are 9 small craft very close together, making the game check collision. This is true. There is a way of testing that. So we're going to go back to the Acculator, which I believe does not have tilt rotors. So let's go here. Where is it? Acculator is slightly cheaper. We'll spawn in 9 of them. Also slightly lower block count. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should make a Poop Light Presents, which is called the fourth wall that just has a billion sub-objects and deco to cause lag. Please don't. It does. It just doesn't move them. Okay. Wins fights by crashing the game. Okay. Just doesn't move them. Alright, well, let's see. Because the frame rate was dropping below 20, I think. So let's see. Just for objective comparison. We're doing science today. How's our frames? Alright, maybe it is just the fact that it's a bunch of small vehicles all together. So maybe I should back off a little bit. Or maybe my computer's dying. Again. Yeah, it literally just might be collision. Alright, you might have a point there. You sure that one doesn't have a lot of sub-objects? Maybe I should make the good girl. You can make whatever you want, Azusa. You have the power. Alright. Let's go check if I'm actually talking out of my hat here. So let's destroy all that. Acculator. That has 10 subconstructs. And the bone saw. The bone saw actually has 9. Alright, gotcha. So, spawn in another heli just as, wow, I forgot about this thing. That has 5 subconstructs. It is very cool, isn't it? Ah, this thing, the magnet bomber heli. Gonna add a note, actually, to the Acculator, because, like... it's purely aesthetic spin blocks. Alright, help me out here, chat. Do we want to de-sub-objectify these reasonably small helis? You're right, I can make whatever I want. F it. Flying Uno reverse guard that uses planar shields to reflect damage back at the enemy ship. Why not? It needs an overhaul, but I want to keep the Hexcopter. Okay, yeah, true. The Acculator, it's got a lot of notes on it already, because we looked at it last time. Alright, I'm gonna add the de-sub-objectifying thing to the Acculator as well, in hindsight. Whoops. Alright, let's just go over there. And we're just gonna go there, just gonna go here, go over here, and the bone saw. That's the only thing I can really say about the bone saw. And also, again, if I've missed smaller stuff that has lots of spin blocks, we do need to bear that in mind. Okay, then. You need to bear in mind that I am only mortal and I'm easily distracted. Oh, a squirrel. Did you see that? Oh yeah, it's quite funny in job training yesterday. The trainer and all the trainees, myself included, were on a Zoom call together, and in the office behind the trainer, at one point, like, someone had brought their dog to the office, you could see, just this little terrier thing walking around being very happy, and it took all of my self-control not to hit the unmute button and go, "Dog! Puppy!" So yeah, like, everyone congratulate me for my self-control, I guess? Yeah, what job? So, I'm not going to say what company it's for, just because it's not worth it. If I, it is a requirement in the contract that if I put out on social media, and I guess Twitch counts, which company it is, I need to put a disclaimer somewhere. It's like, my views do not match the company's views, blah, blah, blah. But it's a market research company, so I'm going to be cold calling a lot of people and, trying to get them to do the survey, pretty please. So that's going to be fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. So yeah, doesn't pay great. It's minimum wage. But it does leave enough time for me to do this still, so that's very nice. That does not sound fun. Like, I don't know, it's like, it really depends on, like, there's gonna be a lot of people who just, like, hang up. But I'm weirdly cool with it so far. I'm not dreading it nearly as much as I thought I would. Like, 2 years ago, I would never have applied for a job like this, because it involves talking on the phone. But I've gotten a lot more confident since then. Okay, so we've done we've gotten notes on one thing so far. Where the hell did I put the thing? Okay, so Bonesaw just needs a functionality update, so I'm just gonna put that over here. Bonesaw goes over here. Bonesaw. Beautiful, beautiful. That does not suffer, and I can't stand talking to people. My wife has a great job. She's a professional wife lover. Oh, that's awesome. So I just opened FTD and saw Piss Neater on the suggested workshop. Yep. Yeah, that's a thing. Alright, so I'm going to... Is it time for the ad break? It is time for the ad break. I'm feeling a little spacey. I'm going to walk up and down a bit, finish my cup of coffee, and then we're going to carry on. I'm going to finish my cup of coffee and then immediately brew another one. Yeah, the guy who made that is not a good person, one of the Kevin gang. Yeah, unfortunately. Alright. You should play Barons of the Mort, the best FTD, CC, and I am not biased. Of course! Zeus never biased. What would make you say that? Biased? No, absolutely not. I am John Cena, you cannot Cena me. And where's the coffee break? There it is. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Yay! Next to the P Ocean mod, there's a very cool battleship you should totally look at. Oh! Also not biased. Mon never makes a video on this game again. He 100% gonna install the Pisneater mod. Or not. He might not. Probably won't, anyway. Anyway. 2-minute ad break, so I can stare out the window at the rain for a little bit, and you can be like, "Hey, Caddis Worden, you're just in time for an ad break. Congratulations. Please survive the ads." Here we go. Hi there. I'm fine. How are you? Alright. I did not get coffee because I already had one. Chugged it. And where did I put my webcam? Yay! There it is. Right. Need to get my craft on the front page somehow. Adblock moment. Hell yeah. You got a hole in your penis! You've got a hole in your left wing. Where we're going, we don't need left wings. The ocean floor. Yep, penis. Dong, so shiny. If he's not back in 15 minutes, we're legally allowed to leave. I'm back. No worries. Gremlin noises. Ah, penis indeed. I have vitamin P water. Because it's good for you. Alright, where were we? We looked at a thing. We need to look at another thing. The next thing on the list is the specimen. Get this enormous dong out of here. I don't want to look at this enormous dong all day, even though I'm not clicking off it. I'm hypnotized. Okay, now we can go to the designer. Vitamin P, the most important one of them all. Alright, so we're gonna load in our friend the specimen. What is this? Alright, this needs some pretty. This definitely needs some pretty. I'm gonna immediately make a note here, and whoever made this, who made this? Sean Breed. This needs, basically it needs aesthetics, on par with the bone saw. Let's see. Needs aesthetics to be on par and consistent with bone saw. Okay, this is literally just tilted. That makes sense. Alright then. So I'm just gonna make that note there. It also has a big rubber thing on the underside. For some reason. What the hell's going on here? Aha! A cockpit. Emphasis on the pit. You thought I would say something else. Ha ha ha. Why is there a spin turn lock here? What's going on here? Oh, it's, that's not a good place for an EMP trap. That's really not a good place for an EMP trap. Although, okay, that is an understandable place for an EMP trap. But still... intriguing. What does this thing need, chat? It needs a little something. What the... It needs a... Well, alright. This really doesn't need turrets like this. It really does... Wait. Are these dumbfire? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, no, it doesn't need turrets like this. Not if it's a front... Not if it's a front-sider. Because again, I'm really on a kick of, like, reduce sub-objects. Well, some new, but not often. It's built by Sean, so the problem is everything. Less brick, more hell. Azusa, be nice. The problem is everything. Azusa, no, Sean's made some damn good designs. It's just like... Sean is not an aesthetic builder. Like, that's not what their focus is. Let's break more helicopter. Dr. Cruiser. Yeah, wait, Dr. Cruiser's here? Where? Hello? Where? Still adding new crafts? Nope, not still adding new crafts. Also, hello, Cruiser. Yay. Some new, not often. Less brick, penis, very blocky. Stable Sean's build. To be honest, Plutona might be done in the next decade. Yep. It might be done in the next decade. I might be 40 years old by the time it's finally done, but here's the thing. It'll be very good, and no one will be playing From the Depths anymore. And so no one will be able to say bad things about it because they won't be paying attention. That was my plan all along. So yeah, what can we do? Yeah, so it needs more... I actually kind of like its shape. Wait, its shape... I just had an idea for the aesthetics of this. Its shape lends itself... It reminds me a little bit of a stealth plane. So we could lean into that. We could lean into that a bit. So specimen... Alternatively... Make it look... Shape lends itself to being stealth plane type heli, like F117 combined with Comanche. I think that could work. Because I think hang on, like, yeah, hold on. Oh, wait, no. Oh, crap. No! Why did I do that? I accidentally deleted my entire Twitch. And by deleted my entire Twitch, I mean I X'd the Twitch tab. It was very silly. Okay. Stealth helicopter looks like an 80s vacuum cleaner. Yeah. Never. Might be done in the next day. Never. Like, I'm not a fan of the negativity in the chat. It's like, we will finish this, don't you worry. It'll take a while, but we'll do it. 80s vacuum cleaner. What's crazy to me is that Bounce of the North has almost as many subscribers as Steel Sovereigns. Never thought I'd be that good. Azusa, you did a very good job on that campaign. I've only played it for an hour, but I can see the love you put into it. Also, I built stuff for it, so actually, yeah, I saw firsthand the love you put into it. What's that Steel Strider's plane heli thingy? The Hydra? Stealth helicopter, yeah. I think so, that could work, could do more towards that. Rotors in the wings, yeah, so just sink the rotors into the fuselage more. I like that idea, actually. Stealth type plane. So sink rotors into body and give it black paint job. Alright, as for functionality... Right, so I want to try this. Oh, it's got ring shields. Alright, so color with paint 30. So if we do this, let's see how we go here. If we go paint main to paint secondary, refit, this should turn it nice and dark. And do the same thing with metal. Do the same thing with metal, main to secondary, effect, decorations, refit. Yeah, I see this happening. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna reload this thing because, like, I've messed with the paint job now. And what is it? This is a point at maintained distance. The combat distance is very close. So that's probably not the best idea. Alright, let's see here. Specimen is a hard design. Let's just throw it against itself and see what happens. Right, let's do specimen. And this is going to be probably an outdated version of it over there. And I'm also going to switch into different fleet colors just so I can see what the hell I'm doing. I'm not biased. Rotors in the wings like that. How much? 630-ish currently. But also, wife. Congrats. Yep, congratulations, Azusa. If Platono doesn't get that many subscribers, I'm going to be kind of sad. Alright, those missiles need to be staggered. Oh, crap. And... Aha! That rubber chin spike thing was a very good idea. Oh, but also AI deaded. Hold on. Let's see that again. Let's see that again. Where's the specimen? Specimen is down here. Wow, yeah, that's a problem. It's why you can't rely too much on, like, EMP spin block traps, because, like, you gotta insulate. You gotta insulate as well. So So if we go here, and I'm just gonna quickly shrink down. Where's the AI? Oh no, that explains a lot. Ooh, no, 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 that won't do at all. There's simply one. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh, I know what. Wait, what? Ah, there is a spin block trap like right in the AI compartment, and that's not a good idea. Okay, so before anything else, well, actually. I think maybe it was a piercing shot. Alright, they did not manage to kill each other immediately this time. Alright, so, gonna make a note here. Compartment needs proper EMP insulation. AI touching HA is a no. Literally what I just typed. Alright, that's another thing I needed to note there. Missiles do not need... Whoopsie daisy, do not need to be on turrets. What else? Could lean more into, like, yeah, like, I think... Wait, is this thing capable of reverse? Hang on a second. I want to check something here. And turn fleet colors back before I confuse myself. What is this? What is this set to do? It's set to do up and pitch down. Alright, so does this thing have reverse thrust? If it doesn't have reverse thrust... that is an intake, so it can go forward. And again, it can go forward really well. Aha! There's its backwards thrust. Oh yeah, no, that's very exposed. Like a single heavy armor duct, that ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna cut it, folks. Also, what the hell am I looking at? Aha! Why is there a decorated heavy armor block there instead of a real one? You could fit a real one, surely. Huh? Yeah, but why is that decorated? Doesn't need to be. Maybe it's just to cut cost and weight? Interesting. Hey, but otherwise, have you made a video explaining EMP traps? I've no... Oh, I have! Assuming I am fast enough... Am I faster than chat? I'll link it in chat for you. Because YouTube is really... The YouTube search function is really frickin' terrible. Alright, alright, so... EMP. If I type in EMP... Here we go. Second... Here you go. I am the streamer, so I can share things in chat. Links. Don't recall this being a resource craft originally. Wonder why it has them. Wait. Have you seen the Pure 9 PS edition on the Discord? I have not. Material gatherers. My latest update to Contested Mist is less than 80 subs right now. Oh. Contested Mist is hard and scary. So, Dr. Cruiser and everyone, in case you're wondering behind the scenes, because I've been busy with other stuff, there's 2 videos that I've been working on for a long time now, just because they require a lot of recording time and are going to need to be edited down a lot. One of them is Contested Mist. So, Dr. Cruiser, I have not forgotten about Contested Mist. I'm working on it in bits and pieces. It will happen. And I guarantee you there'll be more subs after I've done a video on it. I hope. Because it's unique and interesting. Okay, I think they have, but basically MP can't reverse and can't jump out from a subroutine, so it goes and hits a dead and surge protector. Yeah, that's basically it. Missed that video. Otherwise, can you please check if there's actually material gathered? Yeah, I was just about to do that. Right, so... Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's go here. Quick block. Picker. Alright, so, material... Oh, lordy. Why does this have material gatherers? Why does this have material gatherers? Maybe that was Sean running on autopilot. Alright, so material gatherers should be removed because it's like... Actually... Wow, those really shouldn't be there because they're actually taking up room that could be used to, like, properly insert the AI compartment. Also, like, yeah, you do not need this many surge protectors. You really don't. Okay. Specimen... Missiles do not need to be on turrets. Does not need material gatherers. Why was that in there? That is a little... That makes me think that Sean was running on autopilot when at least building that part of the craft. Because, like, I've done stuff like that. It's just like... just put it there. Do the process. Yeah. And cut down on surge protectors. Proper insulation will mean you don't need as many. Okay, then there's that. What else? There is a big ass ring shield here, and give up. No, ring shields, like, I don't think they're very good. Has there been any word from the devs on whether ring shields are ever going to be changed or fixed? Because as of right now, they're just way, way, way too useless against way, way, way too many things, and that's bad. Really just can't think why they're there. Sean Depths. What was it? Yeah, yep. Is that like improvised armor or something? Nope. Was this an adventure craft? Possibly. You know what we can do? Specimen. Let's hop onto the workshop and go double check. Alright, so if I search Carve specimen. Alright, so I think this might be. Alright, so expert godly. Nope, nothing about being a former adventure mode craft. Alright, 2 self-adjusted fixed pack, missile and disruptive flare, front sider. It needs more reverse. Definitely needs more reverse. 7-meter rubber ducts. There are no rubber ducts, what? I really can't think why they're there. It really is a specimen. Also, the ring shield spin block, just a vertical one for some reason. Well, it's horizontal, firstly, and it is not spin blocked. That actually would fall under the no internal compartments on spin blocks rule. I know I made a video about ring shields and how, like, if you tilt them, they work better. I believe... I might be misremembering things horribly. I believe the devs are gonna fix that? I don't know. The devs are gonna fix something, some kind of slightly exploity thing that I made a video on once. And that's gonna be a thing. Actually, I think maybe they're doing all of them. I don't know. Would you rather fight 1 7-meter rubber ducks or 7 1-meter rubber ducks? If we're talking height, probably the 1, because... 1-meter rubber ducks. Both of them you'd lose, because they're made of rubber. You just bounce off them. What's the ring shield? Vertical, horizontal. How much material storage is that for a 500k craft? Now that you mention it. I mean, no, this material storage is kind of fine, really. 500k material... I mean, it has about as much materials as it costs, so possibly could cut down on material storage a bit, so... Gonna make there... Cut down on material storage. A bit. What else? More reverse needed. More reverse power needed. Longer engagement distance needed. Get shot in the face. Alright, I want to check here to see what changes behavior. Don't go to space, thank you! Don't go in the water with the fishies. Oh, Sean. Oh, Sean, you have brought me joy. Set to attack around 2.0. Point at maintain distance. Set to charge, set to charge. It's, okay, so... There's fancy stuff in here. I think you could probably simplify the behavior of this thing. Possibly doesn't need bread in here. This is a problem. That is a thing with bread, is that, it's great. I think sometimes people, like, use bread to the point where they don't know how to get the regular AI to do specific things. Because honestly, like, you could drop the bread for the most part and, like, just have a front side or hover AI on this thing and it would work perfectly fine. Does that mean you can spin a ring shield at max RPM for 50% of its power on the entire axis? No. No, you cannot. Should cut down on the storage by a lot. AI needs to pay for the first fueling as part of the cost. That is true. Actually, yeah, this is a million smackers. Alright, that's a good point, Azusa. I will make that. Can cut down on material storage a lot. Just gonna say that. What else? That's me. I only use bread. Well, yep. Like, it is worth it to learn how the regular From the Depths AI is a little bit dumb as hell, but it is easier to get it to do what you wanted to do once you've played around with it a little bit, and I almost always use, like, regular AI. I've never used a breadboard behavior, simply because, like, maybe I've just come to accept that the AI is dumb and sometimes it runs into islands. Okay, anything else we want to talk about with the specimen? How's its armor? Not great. Ooh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, no, the frontal armor needs a bit of a redo, because that's quite thin. For a frontsider, this thing is going to need to be... Well, it is a helicopter, to be fair, so it needs way more evasion or a kind of a redo of the armor. Yeah, and also over here, yeah, the frontal armor is just generally rather thin. Nothing wrong with a glass cannon, but you've got to make sure that it, like... Ooh, yeah, no, heat shells are going to do bad things to the front. To the front of this, yes, sir. Alright, so... Right, gonna make a little note here. Specimen. Alright, so frontal armor needs redo, or needs to be way more evasive. Preferably both. Yeah, there's a lot of notes on the specimen. How good is your brioche? That's me, I only use bread. I have a lot of experience with breeding, so it's easy for me to bread. Azusa! Bonk, 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 bonk. I hit you with hammer. Gently. I will say, also having AI plus maneuver input for dodging, sometimes honestly not a great idea due to like the AI not being able to get its maneuver away, but true. If you're gonna mix AI and breadboard behavior, it's best probably to go full bread to make it slightly more idiot-proof. Triggering out of control scuttle. Alright, true. Yummy, 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 yummy. Yeah, the people who really know bread, it's pretty cool. Okay, anything else we can critique here? Alright, so there's that. Yeah, wow, like, when did Sean make this? Yeah, just better... Better insulation. We need better insulation. There's not enough insulation on the AI yet. Nope. This is not how you EMP proof things. At all. I think the internals might kind of need a redo, honestly. What the hell? Yeah, yeah, so, okay, so you've got this big expensive plasma gun over here with not enough armor in front of it, and then you have armor behind it. So you've essentially got 2 layers of not very thick armor as opposed to 1 properly thick layer of armor, and that's a problem. Honestly, I'm not gonna put this in the notes, but like honestly, this could be what can we do here? You could put lasers on the wingtips, remove the plasma and the APS, and then just have it being a long-range stealthy thing, and that could work pretty well. I think that's enough notes on the specimen. I think we've given Sean a lot of work to do. Jeez. But as ever, it's entirely voluntary. Bearing in mind, I'm putting all these notes here with the knowledge and expectation that if like no one else wants to do it, it's gonna have to be me. So 2050 Plutono could very well happen. I hope by then that, like, you know, pest-free 2050 for New Zealand and Plutono finally released. At which point, I am an old man. An ancient old man. An old ancient man. Alright, specimen. 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 Okay, you gotta see how much notes are here. Where can I do that? Okay then, so this is what we were doing with the notes. Does not need material gatherers. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. Specimen. More reverse power needed. Okay then. Specimen. Specimen. Specimen, specimen. It is finally properly cold here in New Zealand. Sorry for the tangent, but I just realized of all things, my knees are cold. I've got cold knees. Yarr, in me old age, I'm getting the coldness in the knees. Alright, stone is the best material. I don't use stone as often as I used to. I just realized I'm on a real alloy kicker right now because I'm a lazy boy and I want my things to fly, damn it. Triggering out of control scuttle. Stone is best material. Well, those needs a stall up. It needs a version 2 pretty much. Can't wait to play Plutono in the retirement home. Me too! Specimen, specimen. Does whatever Speci can. Play Plutono. We'll get Plutono before GTA 7. I mean, almost certainly. Is GTA... I know that's a bit of a meme right now with, like, GTA 6. Is it out yet? How long has it been? Disclaimer, I've never played Grand Theft Auto, and I'm not particularly interested in it because its existence makes me sad, and I don't know if that's a fair take, but like, how long has GTA 6 been in development? Is it even confirmed? Like, I don't know. Mildly curious about that. Alright, so that's enough roasting of the specimen. On to the Neutron, which is a godly helicopter. This should be interesting, shouldn't it? And Neutron Star. Ooh! Oh, this is one of them disguised as a thrustercraft thing, isn't it? It appears to have diff seawers. Is it? Is that diff seawers? That isn't... What the hell? Just hide the whole damn barrel, why don't you? Yeah, so this already has a note on it that's like slightly less blue paint. Actually, no. I'm just gonna remove that. That is sweet. What camo is this? Is it really just camo 105? That looks dope, bro. Yep, no, I'm gonna remove that because this. What was I thinking? This looks sweet as hell. Let's do this. Neutron. Nope, keeps the blue paint. GTA 5 isn't worth $30. IMHO. Really? It was a very expensive game to make, from what I understand. Stretches the helicopter classification a bit, but I do like how it looks. Yeah, no, this counts. This is close enough. Also, the gun at the front goes brrr. Ooh, I can see that. It is a brrr. Faction camo, right from Lightning Hoods. Ooh, it actually is its own camo. There's also the green variant from LH. I have really got to remember to use the faction camo stuff because they are frickin' sweet. Alright, aesthetically this thing is wonderful, and yeah, there's a little bit of deco on the underside of that, but like, I'm not gonna... No, we don't, like, really, are we gonna care about that? I don't think so. Alright, so this looks sweet as hell. Who made this? Draymond. Oh, of course. We could even have lore on this thing saying, like, it's been officially declared a helicopter, just because the designer managed to have some political pull, and people who say, wait, no, this isn't a helicopter, they get sent to Gulag. Alright, let's just check. How's our sub-object stuff? It has a lot of sub-object. That is, I'm guessing that's a 2-axis laser. Yes, it is. That is neutron star munition defense. It's got diff CWIS all over it. And yep, that is a very bird gun. Our gun is a very bird gun. And packs in the front. It's not the best idea for a front-sider. Although, admittedly, there is a lot of armor in between, okay, never mind. I was about to say putting weapons right on the front. In this case, there's a lot of wedges here. Hold on. Are these unbacked wedges? They are unbacked wedges, so... I'm gonna put a note on this, is that the wedges need backing. It's alright. Let's do this, and neutron. And it goes here, and gonna add a little note that says front armor wedges need proper backing and stacking. I spelled armor the American way. I'm definitely not. We are definitely taking a picture of this though, because it's dope as hell. It's actually, I mean, I don't care about GTA 6. Not like I'll be able to play it, since I'm pretty sure the company decided that PC players are cheap and therefore they don't want to release it to PC or something like that. Possibly. I mean, we have Hawa Helis that are also this kind of shape. Well, yep. Cacti comes to mind, also built by Trayman. Very true. Hang on. Let's have some. Let's see here. Let's admire the style, shall we? Let's go here. Where's Hawa updated? Helicopters, cacti? There we go. Nope. Not quite. Are you sure that that's what you were thinking of? Although, yep, cacti was built by Draymond, well remembered. Man, I hope Draymond's doing fine. I don't think they've been that active. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with every single bloody Discord, so I could be completely wrong. Longish and large rotors. And the rotors on the side thing is a nice touch. I like it. Alright, let's keep looking at the delicious squishy... Can you please? Alright then, lots of railgun bits. And just checking... That's not internal. It doesn't have internal compartments on the things. It has a lot of ring shields. Actually, yeah, it's like this is another ring shield design. Again, here's a crazy thought, people. Would it be a computational nightmare if ring shields added bonus health to blocks as opposed to bonus armor. Because the bonus armor thing just does not work against too many damage types. Like, Plasma has too high AP, Sabot doesn't care generally for, like, most materials. Even, like, even this, it is not that difficult to get a shell that does, like, 72 armor piercing, and rendering the ring shield completely useless. Yeah, what do people think about that? Is that build fit, or what was the clip? Ooh, good point. What is the clip layout of this thing? We're being rather thorough today, I have to say. I'm just enjoying From the Depths. That is not belt fit, it has ejectors. This is... Alright, so this is 2-clip Tetris. No! No, this is 4-clip. Yeah! Yeah. Let's see then. Loading time, shell load time, clips on 4... Yeah, this is 4-clip Tetris. How about that? This is actually pretty damn good Tetris, I have to say. Draymond's made some scary stuff. And the APS is way the hell back here. I would insulate that thing with rubber just to be sure. That could make Tetris hard, though. How would you do that? I'm gonna make that suggestion. Neutron, main, APS, LWC could be insulated with rubber. Don't worry about it if it is too much of a headache. Okay. If it's kinetic, does it need the ejectors? Gunpowder does explode. People, weirdly enough, seem to have, like, trouble remembering that. The gunpowder does explode. So, if we go here, this is... It doesn't need ejectors, actually. That could be force of habit. Alright, so if the main gun... Is that the only main thing? Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Wait. No, it does. If this is, If this does what I think it does, so that's Sabot head 1. And that's all Sabot. And that is Sabot. And that is Sabot. Just gonna pick random ones. I think this is all... How many other APS systems are there? Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Firing piece. It appears to be just... Diff C was in this main one. I wonder if the shells weren't set up correctly. I mean, the gun wasn't set up correctly. You know, it's all set to Sabot. Although... Yep, no. Okay, it doesn't... If it's just going to use Sabot... Alright, we need to combat test this thing to see if it actually fires anything more than Sabot shells. Because that's important. So if we go here, and we're going to have it fight itself, because why not? And pure kinetic, has no gunpowder, so it's mixed. So ejectors solely for the heat shells filled at this point should be queued. We're going to ditch the ejectors. Is a breadboard design? Possibly. I'm guilty of always using ejectors even when I make pure railgun Sabot out of habit. Me too. Once you start using ejectors, it's like it becomes so automatic. It has no breadboards. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna make a note on the neutron. If main gun is pure Sabot with no gunpowder, then it doesn't need ejectors. Alright. Right, gun goes brrrt. Let's see. Bloody Nora, that really does go brrrt, doesn't it? And yep, it is just Sabot rounds. Why are both of you falling into the water? What's wrong with you? Okay, that's an issue. That is what we call a big problem. Why did they do that? 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 We seem to have encountered a technical issue. A technical issue... Not specimen, what was it? That. I don't recall that happening. Neither do I. I'm guilty. What kind of bread is in the breadboard? Absolutely none. Is it a match height thing? Oh. Wait a minute. Right, so point at, maintain distance. Combat altitude is relative to sea level. Oh dear. That's not good at all. That's bad. Because it means if anything gets too high or too low, it won't be able to shoot at it at all. Except it does pitch towards the target a little bit. Yeah, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea at all. Neutron start. Where is N neutron? Right, so did we spawn it too high? Alright, so you are going to... Alright, now that is better. Let's see. Oh my god! That is a lot of block confetti, my goodness. Alright, that's what's happening. That is what is happening. It's, if you spawn it too high, it sinks down. What the? Altitude, okay, uh-oh. Are you gonna fall down into the water? No, you are not. I love how everybody's just so focused on breadboard that they just... It was inconceivable. Also, is this thing running out of energy? Are these huge missiles as well? I think they might be. I completely missed them. Wait, where the hell are the missiles launched from? Oh, there they are. Oh, those are huge missiles. Knock me down. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that needs to change. This thing should try and match heights. Because frontsiders do not do well if they, if enemies get an angle on them. So... that behavior should match heights with target. Tends to fall into water if spawned too high. Okay, I thought I wouldn't have to make any notes on the neutron, but it turns out it's got a few. Okay then. So it's continuous AC, but acts if a belt fed because of energy shortage. Yeah. Feed my belts harder. Is the hover PID not aggressive enough? Possibly not. Hang on, let's do science. Let's do some delicious science. Spawning this way up in the atmosphere. And... wait a minute. Interesting. Max altitude is 600 meters, so... okay, it doesn't care. So if I spawn in... I don't know. Spawn in a Bouncey that is invincible... and it's going to fall down like so. It's going to try and get to the altitude of like 81 meters or whatever the hell it was. And it flops into the water, and that is no good, sir. Okay, then. Wait a minute. Hang on a hot second. Oh, let's do this. Repair all. How is this rising still? Alright, so... ring shields are there. How did this thing... oh, EMP. That would have done it. Okay, so yeah, the ring shields are, like, really vulnerable to... I guess it doesn't matter too... yeah, no, the ring shields are very vulnerable to EMP right now. Let's do science. Alright, so if I do there, and if... not that. If I do that, and if I do a 10,000 Schmecker EMP jolt on the rear... okay, yeah, no, that's a real issue. If it gets EMP'd in the booty, then that's a lot of... Okay, firstly, that's a lot of damage that happens, and secondly, that is starting to... Yeah, that is compromising the armor around the AI compartment, and that's bad. That is bad. Ring shield went bomb. If it's invincible, how come I can still see it? Very funny, Dreekfire. Rest in Ring shield went bomb. Alright, so that's another note, is that the ring shield... If ring shields are kept, they need to be insulated better. Very vulnerable to EMP, right? At the moment. Okay, then. Time to... Yeah, planar shields... I mean, let's be honest. Planar shields are just better 99% of the time than ring shields. I remember when ring shields were first out, I was like, oh wow, cool. Shields that are not a pain in the arse. And then they're an even bigger pain in the arse than the planar shields are. So there is that. Also, screenshot, because pretty. What else? We've typed a lot of notes here. Holy bananas. Ring shields look like they need to be insulated better. Very vulnerable to EMP. What else? What else? Yeah, possibly more energy regeneration because, alright, let us now... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to modify this very specific neutron star. Just so... Altitude relative to target, and it's gonna be 10 blocks above it. That is a very specific combat distance. Alright then, so if we spawn in... also... Probably is a good idea to go there. Minute 40 is like way too low. So instead we're gonna spawn in... We are going to spawn in... an invincible axe head and see if this thing falls out of the sky. Also, yeah, more aggressive hover PID. Is it going to flop into the water? Yes, it is. That's not very good at all. So I need to make that fall water spawn too high. So make hover PID more aggressive. Let's just check to see if that actually would fix it. You, sir, get out of the water. Sir, madam. That screenshot not made I think I hit it by accident somehow and then clicked the wrong key to not take a screenshot. At least we aren't in Butterfly Shield World anymore. That is true. Those were bad times. Hello? There we go. The Cave logo somewhere? Actually, yeah, that would be a good idea. It is very pretty. I'm not sure it really needs that, but yeah, the Cave icon somewhere. Neutron. Could use Cave symbol somewhere. Right, so now we're here. It's out of there, and no breadboard. PIDs. Is it really just? Hold on. Is it just PIDs? Regular PIDs? Are we falling out of the sky? Yes, we are. So hover, PIDs, hover controller. Oh, they were messing with this. More gain. All the gain. Alright, so now you are at... And now it's not going to be nice and steady, but it is going to bounce around a lot. Alright, so now we're going to... Not the anvil! Oh, that was close! Oh, I almost spawned in the lag monster. Alright, so... Axe head, which is going to be invincible. So you are going to fall out of the sky, and you're going to get to there, and you need to... Whee! It actually did it! Hooray! And here's my axe head, which is very nice. And I'm just going to turn God mode off, because that's funny. And now, this thing's automatically way more scary because it is bouncing up and down like a crazy person. Very nice. Okay, so that is something that needs to happen. Honestly, like, I get why people like a nice steady thing, but like, really, you want bounce. Bit more derivative too. Anyway, that axe head is title card. That one fix it. However, it needs to make it slow down. One fix, pretty sure, unless it thrust to stop very quickly. That seems to have done the trick for now. Needs, so make hover more aggressive. So PIDs need tweaking. PIDs need tweaking. I think that's about it. Could use Gokave symbol somewhere. I think that's it. That's all that really jumps out at me right now. I gotta see you, Orange. Bye. Hello, Night World. Hello, Bowl of Soot Man. How goes the fall? Getting ready for winter. Indeed. It is actually finally chilly down here in beautiful Aotearoa, New Zealand. My feet are chilly. I've got 2 pairs of socks on, finally. It's been a long, sticky summer, but we've made it through. We have made it through, indeed. Right. Okay, then. Let's see. Unfortunately, Nightworld, you've shown up just as we are gonna end the stream because we've looked at what we need to. Visit New Zealand last year, absolutely amazing country. Well, I'm glad you think so. I do like it. Border-wise, talking about feet, huh? Azusa? Azusa? You behave. Hey! No, officer! It's just a hammer! I swear I'm unarmed! Look, it's a squishy hammer. What is this thing made of? It's a foam hammer. Don't shoot! Please! I have a family. I have a custom campaign to finish. I have so much to live for. Ugh, that's a nice stretch. You could make a story out of anything, including stretching. Someone canoe right now. No, don't redeem the canoe, please. Well, I've recently found my FTD bug again, relearning the game again. Very nice. Border, shall I judge you for getting 3 craft done today? Well, in the fibula. Yeah, you can judge it. To be fair, there were a lot of notes on all 3 of those crafts, so let's see here. Alright, so... Acculator. The specimen has a lot of notes on it. Lots of notes. And the neutron, so... You can judge me a little bit, but yeah, no, the specimen and the neutron, and we did have to discuss the fibrillator a fair bit, and I typed notes on that as well, so honestly, you can judge me, but not too much. You can judge me a little bit, as a treat. Alright, so we're gonna go there, neutron, typey, 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 typey. The neutron is very pretty. We do like a pretty thing. We do like a pretty thing. So many bloody notes! Okay. Also, I typed that wrong. With no gunpowder. Whoops. Where? Okay, then. If. Okay, then. We are... You know what we should do? We should go to the main menu, because we are Langdon for now. PIDs need... Right, tends to fall into water... I'm just talking to myself now, like a weirdo. And could use Gokave symbol somewhere. There we go. Yay! Alright, yep. We really did just look at 3 things. Alright, so neutron. Neutron, there's like 1 aesthetic thing and then a whole bunch of functionality things. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I love spreadsheets, why don't you? I love spreadsheets, why don't you? I love spreadsheets, why don't you? Oh, look! Penis. It is the penis. We've found it. Again. It's right there on screen. It's flying around. It's spilling its seed. Its seed is fire. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. It burns our eyes. Okay. Dong. Well, Nini. Shall see you next stream. Exactly. Yeah. Streaming tomorrow, so not the usual schedule because of things in my life. Peanuts! I had a question. Sword G medicine already left a full gap in its center. Do I need to? I can just fill it with beam stuff if I leave a gap. Exterior armor is only 2 meters of metal. It depends on what you're worried about getting shot with. A proper air gap is needed if you're thinking that you're going to get shot with plasma. Otherwise, you don't have to. There's benefits to both. I wouldn't do as Gmodism does, just judging by the thumbnail, and put the beam slopes as the catcher in the real air gap. That seems unnecessary. That peanut scratch should be a flamethrower. It is a flamethrower! Alright, so we're gonna raid out to... What are people doing? Let's see, Gorloth is playing Graveyard Keeper. Neko Boy Blue is doing Battletech. You lot strike me as Battletechy people. It's 1.1 million craft, something like my mediumship for Neater. Okay. Yeah, if it's a big thing, then, like, yeah, air gaps are actually a good idea. But I haven't actually watched that Gmodism video, shock horror. So I don't actually know what he says. Sir, where is your Discord? I don't have a public one. I have a Patreon one. Used to have a public one, it got too big and unmanageable, and so I deleted it, which I still regret, should have archived it instead. Raid, and we're going to... Neko Boy Blue. Neko Boy Blue. Neko Boy. Neko Boy. Neko Boy. Neko Boy. Got too big. Azusa! Of course Azusa's sneaking in with the sneakiness. Okay. This was a good stream. And we'll see you tomorrow for another one. See you then. Take care. Say hi to Neko Boy. Blue, they are cool. Bye. Also pretty sure you're the only FTD streamer on Twitch. At the moment, yes. Bye.